Hey, YouTube pipe community. I want to come at you with a quick little review here on a blend that I got a couple of months back. Compliments of John, our friends over at Sutliff/MacBaron. As I've said before, they're truly good friends to us here at the pipe community, and I want to thank them for allowing us this opportunity to do these reviews. This one was just one of the ones coming along a little bit late, but we'll be doing the review and smoking it in this little Lorenzetti blasted pipe from I got this a few months back from Just for Him in Springfield, Missouri. Just for Him is about an hour and a half north of where my dad's cabin is up in the Ozarks, up in North Arkansas. And I'm going to try to make it a point to get up there at least once a year, maybe twice if I can, allow enough time to make the additional hour and a half trip up there. It's well worth it. They truly house blend a lot of stuff. A lot of people put they put their name on someone else's. I'm telling you, they don't. Ship online anywhere in the United States. Got a good selection of pipe, great selection of tobacco. And they probably got 100 house blends in, and probably, the guy told me around 50% of them they blend themselves, and I've seen their back room. It's the truth. But anyway, the blend that we're going to be reviewing tonight it's an old one that's kind of made a resurfacing in the U.S. Kind of an old one that's come back bigger and stronger than ever, and that is Bell's. Oh, get it right here. Bell's Three Nuns, and it says "None Nicer," and that's a pretty good slogan for them. So let's get it fired up here. I've got about half of that left, and let's get what we got left fired up, and enough to do this review. Finish this review. I cracked open this tin a couple of months back when I got it. I smoked a bowl out of it. And I said, well, it didn't really excite me. Come back, it's one of those, you come back and revisit something, you say, hey, this there's something there to it. And this particular blend is just recently became available again in the U.S. It's been nearly 2 decades, 18 years since this has been available to us here in this country. If it looks like I'm looking at notes, there's a lot of information on this blend, so I had to make some notes. My old mind just not what it used to be. But it was owned by Imperial Tobacco Company, and it was formerly produced by the same people that make Orlick. And I'm a mediocre Orlick fan. Couldn't wait to get my hands on it, but there had been so many that came along since then. It's so much better, and that's one of the reasons I kind of put this on the back burner. I let that bias me a little bit, and I'm not saying anything bad about the Orlick people. I've got a tin of Orlick Golden Slice here, and I like it from time to time. It's an extremely sweet Virginia, and I don't like a super sweet Virginia. I like a Virginia, but a little bit milder. I don't like it super sweet. But they've had this thing in production for a while, but like I say, it hasn't been available here for nearly 2 decades. And MacBaron put it back into a new production deal, and the way best I can tell, Imperial still owns the right to the Three Nuns and the cap stands, which I've got a couple of cap stands, the blue and the yellow, that I'm going to come at y'all with. And they were also the owner of Altadis USA. Well, As far as best I can tell, Mac Baren recently bought them and changed the name back to Sutliff. And of course, Altus, I believe, was making Sutliff for a long time. And I've said it before, I can tell a huge difference since Mac Baren took. They paired back, since Sutliff paired up with Mac Baren's, the products they were good then, but they are truly second to none now. They have a product that is just absolutely second to none now. I just fill this up with fluid, so this is a spun tobacco with a roll cake cut on it. And here's what it will kind of look like in the tin. Let's see. It's not a super moist tobacco. It's not a super dry, but it's not a super moist tobacco either. Now, the little disc or the coins, medallions, or whatever, that's what we're looking at here. And they're pretty loose to me. They're pretty loosely put together, and that's a good thing, because I rub mine out a lot. It makes it easier for me to pack the pipe, and I may get chastised by some of the purists, but that's just the way I prefer to do it. And this blend is made up of Virginias and dark fired Kentucky. It's a full flavor, and what I like about it, you got the natural sweetnesses of the Virginias, but the dark fire Kentucky with a little hint of smokiness tones that super sweetness down of the Virginia. So this makes it so much better than like an oil. To me, it's just way better. And it makes the Virginias in this one, to me, the Virginias jump out at you, but they're subtle in their sweetness, and to me that makes it a much more enjoyable smoke. I like it overall. Now the tin note, I'm probably fixing to get in trouble here. When I was all growing up, my parents' home, there's pasture behind it. A lot of it has grown up now, but there was cows back there, and this reminds me of walking out through that pasture. And I'm not saying that totally bad, because I got used to the smells of the pasture and some of that, and I'm not saying it smells good, but it brings back a lot of memories for me. But yeah, overall, I'm not real impressed with the tin note on this. Great tobacco, but the tin note is going to, out of a 1 to 5, is going to come into the 2.5. On that, it's not super horrible, but it's not super good either. Room note, I've had no complaints on it. My wife said, well, it's okay. It's certainly, it smelled a whole lot worse and a whole lot better too. And I'm kind of the same way, leaving out of the room, getting a little fresh air, coming back in. It's just a medium room note. I'm going to say a 3. Now flavor, on the other hand, I like it. And I like the fact that the Kentucky's toned down the super sweetness of the Virginias, and this just makes for a good. This could be an all-day smoke, so I'm gonna give it a good solid 4 on the flavor. Smokability. I have experienced absolutely no tongue bite, and I've hit it hard, and you've seen me drawing it pretty hard tonight. I hadn't had any heat build up in the pipe, so it burns cool. Price wise, from all I've read, and I have not seen a price on it, but they were predicting, this was back in May, they were predicting they were going to price it a little higher than a McBaron Virginia 10. So apparently they're going to price this as a little bit more premium type tobacco than a basic 10 of McBaron Virginia. So, occasionally for a good premium smoke, I wouldn't mind paying a few cents more for it. That wouldn't be an issue. Now you notice it didn't stay lit very well, and that's an issue with me, although not a big issue. And some of that I'm doing a lot of talking, but as far as tobaccos go, it doesn't stay lit as good as it probably should, even doing a lot of talking with it. So I'm going to give the smokability a 4, and this thing's going to come in at an overall 3.37 out of 5. And for me to keep it in a rotation, it has to come in at least a 3, preferably closer to a 3.5. This one comes in close, and I wouldn't have a problem. Actually, it surpassed a 3, so it's not an issue with me keeping this one in the rotation, and I will. I like it. I would recommend it to you purists that are truly pure Virginia and like the smokiness of the Kentucky Dark Fire. You won't find one a whole lot better, and I would recommend it. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch up with you a little later. Have a good one, and God bless.